What's good, everybody? It's your boy Ebu, and we're back here on another episode of Runner on the Air. This is the second sports edition. I'm here with my co-host right here.
My name is Stephen Curtis.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And then we're joined by two runners, literally, Ava right there on the end and Rain Gomez. These two are stars on our CSUB women's cross-country team. Rain Gomez, a graduate student right here. She went to North High. Both Bakersfield natives, by the way. Rain Gomez went to North High, and then Ava Leisenfelder. She went to Stockdale High School. She's a true freshman. And, these two are stars on the team, both prepping to have a great season. Ladies, how are you feeling about this season?
I'm really excited for the season because we have a really good team. Last year, the team was pretty spread out. Like, there were, some good gaps in between us when it came to racing or practices. But this year, it's a really small team. There's, 5 of us. And 3 of us are pretty close, within seconds, so we can train together. It makes the workouts go a lot easier. And then the other 2 are also pretty grouped, and we're all, within a minute of each other. So I'm really excited to see how that plans out during the season.
That's cool. And you're being, a veteran in this sport. How have you seen, the team grow as your time has been here from last season to this season going into the fall?
I don't know. I feel like I can't say much on that because I've only been here a year, and I feel like the team has changed a lot since then because we have Ava, a newcomer. 2 of the other girls, they were on the team last year and they came again this year. And then we got Crystal Raya, also from Fresno.
Nice.
So I feel like we haven't been together long enough to see a good progression or a good progression to talk on.
Okay. How's your time over at Fresno State?
It was really fun. It was my first time getting to live in a dorm.
Nice. Dorm life.
Yeah, I was only there for a year and a half. The atmosphere was very different because I went to community college before Fresno.
Right. Where at?
At BC.
BC, okay, cool.
So that was a big switch. I also transferred mid-year, so I went during the track season. So I was a newcomer and there weren't really other newcomers.
Right.
So everyone kind of had their friends on the team. So that was a pretty big adjustment.
Right.
But other than that, I loved it.
That's cool. And then why Bakersfield? Because that's a Central Valley rival, isn't it?
Yeah.
Fresno, Bakersfield. Yeah. So
I was
the
always
switch?
ride or die Bakersfield.
Okay.
So it was fine.
You hear that? You heard it here, folks. Always ride or die Bakersfield.
Always stick to your roots.
Always, yeah, you got to.
Yeah, I was representing big time over there.
So what made you choose to come here for your last 2 seasons?
So my last season at Fresno, I had gotten injured that track season. So I didn't get to compete, and I was also graduating that season with my bachelor's in psychology.
Okay.
And I didn't really see myself kind of doing anything with that degree. It's cool, but I've always seen myself as being active.
Right.
So when I was graduating, Coach Marcia, the CSUB coach here, she offered me a scholarship to come and run here. And I was if it's gonna be covered, why not change my major to something I think I'll use?
Right.
So I chose Bakersfield just to come home, and I changed my major to kinesiology.
Nice. Well, welcome back. We're glad to have you. And Ava, you're kind of academically the very exact opposite. You're very new here. How's your time here been so far at CSUB? Second week of college, right?
Right, it has been.
Right. How are you liking college so far?
I'm liking it. I'm adjusting very well. I took a lot of AP classes in high school.
Okay.
Had a really good schedule, sports and stuff like that. So I'm pretty used to, having to work on my time management and things like that.
Right.
Being a freshman, what's the difference between high school practices for cross country and college?
Right. It's definitely a big change. I feel like my physical abilities have grown. I feel like I can do more, up my mileage. I definitely lift more. It's a different training regimen. I feel like high school is a lot more easygoing. It's more focusing on the big picture in your team. But I feel like when you get to college, you really have to buckle down, and it's time to focus on your PRs and see where you want to go, in the sport.
You ran your first collegiate meet last week.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Hold on. I think we got to do that. It's like a sound but we'll post it in. But so you did pretty well. And by pretty well, I mean you were first on the team for the weekend, 22nd overall, and then third all time for the 4K, which is crazy for your first ever meet. Like, what are you thinking of? Like, going into the race, after the race, during the race, what's going through your mind during that?
My thought process before the race was really just to kind of, prove myself amongst all those runners. I mean, it's a pretty tough field of athletes, and, going through high school with some of those runners and kind of like seeing how everyone, I knew those runners, I knew what they were capable of, and I believed in myself. So I really wasn't stressed before the race, started pretty strong, and just kind of, picked girls off one by one.
Right.
I think as a freshman, I kind of, bite off a little more than I can chew, but I think like I adjusted pretty well during the race. I know I could have really worked my way up to top 20, but there's always next year, and I think I'm gonna have a good season here.
It's a pretty good start.
Yeah,
for your first race. And speaking of the 4K, we have the school record holder right next to you,
Right.
Rain. You guys are 8 seconds apart, which is 8 seconds correct?
Right.
Yeah.
Which is, I mean, in cross country, like that seems like a lot, but what like to shave off 8 seconds, how hard is it really to do, like as a runner? How hard would you say?
Honestly, it's pretty dependent on where you're at. I feel like I definitely can shave off another 8 seconds. It's really just like your training and, what you're looking at. I mean, I'm a high mileage person. I stick to, keeping my long runs pretty long and things like that. So I know I'm definitely capable of shaving off those 8 seconds, but just, my first race, kind of going into it, seeing how I feel. But I know my training and I know where I'm at, so I'm looking forward to cutting that down.
Explain to the people your long runs. How long do you normally run a day?
So right now, I'm still building up a little bit. My long runs right now are at 12. So I'm looking to increase that to 13, 14 miles by end of September.
Dang.
So, yeah, I'm pretty high mileage. I'm looking at about right now 55 miles a week, but my goal by the next 2 weeks is to hit 60.
60 miles a week. That's crazy. I think I did 60 miles this year so far. I'm not going to lie. That's insane.
Yeah.
And then, Rain, you were saying earlier, you guys, like, your practice is pretty intense, right? You said you warm up with 2 miles.
Yeah.
That's okay.
That's like a minimum right there.
That's a minimum. So like, talk to me, like, what's practice like? Like, what's going on in practice?
So practice is basically just composed of base runs and workouts and long runs, but that's usually on our own on the weekend. For base runs, we'll kind of meet over at the shed or over by the locker rooms. Coach will kind of, talk to us a little and then just send us out for the run. And for the base runs, it's not like structured like the workouts. It's basically just up to us. Whatever it is, like you go out there and you do what you do. And then workouts will be more structured. She will have the paces that you need to hit. So come workout day, we get there, we leave for our warm-up, 2-mile warm-up. We get back, we do our drills, dynamics, anything else you feel that you need to do, some strides, and then she'll kind of like walk us through the workout. Like, I want you to do a 2K at 5:50 pace, so this is the time you need to hit. She'll put us in groups, like Rain, you and Ava are running together. We'll get through the workout, and then we'll go and do a 2-mile cool down, and then go
2-mile cool down.
go back into the shed and do weights. So for cross country, for weights, we don't go into the weight room like the other sports. Our coach will kind of have workouts written down on a board, and we'll just follow them in the shed. It's like squats.
It's more like body weight. Or
Body weight.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Dang, 2-mile cool down. You guys heard that? Andy, can you do it? 2-mile cool down? I couldn't either.
Right now, no. Neither
right now I'm pretty out of shape. But so Rain, last season you had a pretty big pretty big season. First CSUB finish at the Big West Cross Country Championships. Congrats. Obviously, school record for the 4K. You ran 4 indoor meets. Personal best in the 600 meter was 1 minute and 48 seconds. That's pretty fast. And then for the mile was 5 minutes 24 seconds, which is equally insane. And that's both fourth best time in the program history. So yeah, you're a real runner in both senses of the term. For you this season, what are you trying to prove? You're a graduate. This is your last season, 6th season, by the way. Shout out COVID year. So what are you trying to prove? Like as a veteran, you've kind of like done it all. What's more to prove for Rain?
Well, for myself, I've been working a lot on discipline, and I really just want to see how far I can push myself. Last year, I didn't it sounds good, but I didn't have like the best year. Like when it comes to me individually and like my PRs, I didn't PR much in track, and for the Big West Championships for track and field, I didn't perform well because I got sick that last week.
Okay.
So it was pretty hard getting through that week, but I think my biggest accomplishment for that race was just crossing the finish line.
Wow, that's powerful. And then post CSUB, what are your plans?
My plans? I don't know. I have a few. I'm still kind of like deciding. I would really like to coach.
Okay.
Or like get into athletic training.
Nice.
I do plan on still running, still competing unattached in track meets, cross country meets. And like another like idea is becoming a firefighter.
Oh, that's cool.
Because it sounds.
I mean, yeah, we got a lot of fires lately, so.
And it seems like the closest thing to like a sports team, you know.
Okay, yeah, I could see that.
Training together, got each other's backs.
Is there where does that like passion come from, or is that just something you've got interest in?
I mean, I've always loved sports, and I mean, like I said, I feel like firefighting is one of the closest things you'll find to like that atmosphere with a team.
That's true. That's really cool.
Can you talk about the mental battle just in cross country as a whole?
Ava?
Honestly, I think it's plays more of a role than people think. When you're kind of just down and you're not really PRing, it kind of can get to you a little bit, but you kind of just have to, shake it off. And I think when you're mentally strong, I think that's going to beat out a lot of people. Physically and mentally, you have to be at 100%. And when you're not, it's, you're not going to get the best results. But I've kind of learned to just take, those bad races, learn what I can do better, and, try not to dwell on them as much, because at the end of the day, you can't change it. It happened, and, it's part of your athletic career, and, you have ups and downs and things like that. So that's kind of just how I see it. I don't think it's something that people should try to like downplay. Just have a good mentality and get through, each race.
It's something I've always wondered, like, so you're running for like the 4K, for example, that's 14 minutes straight of just running. Like, what's going through your mind? Like, are you like locked in, like all the way, like I gotta like win, or does your mind wander off sometimes?
There's a song that plays in your head.
Yeah, like 14 minutes, that's a long time,
Yeah, that's actually something I struggle with, is kind of my second mile. I kind of like, I lose focus a little bit. I get too comfortable sometimes, something that I'm personally trying to work on. But I think what goes through my head is I try to like, work on like my positive thoughts instead of thinking, oh, I'm in pain. Well, the quicker I get it done, the less pain I'll be in. And having packs and groups of people, I mean, this past race was a large group of girls who are like, all of them are each individually going through what I'm going through. So it's kind of nice to know that, each person in front of me is going through the same thing. So I just kind of try to work my way up, say I'll pass this pack right now, and slowly work my way up to getting up to the top girls and things like that. But I also have my watch on me so I can see if I'm on pace or not. Yeah.
And then for you, Ava, I know you're just getting started. Academically, like what are your goals? Post CSUB is kind of a stretch, but during your time here at CSUB, what are your goals academically?
So I'm majoring in liberal arts. I'm going to be an elementary teacher. Hoping to just, keep my grades really good. I was 4.5 student in high school, so I'm hoping to keep that in college. But definitely just, staying focused. Academics first and sports always. But I think they play a part with each other. So just staying focused for sure.
Wow, 4.5.
Yeah, 4.5 is crazy.
That's crazy.
I was lucky enough to get a 4.0 for one semester.
I was in the threes, man. You got any more questions?
Yeah.
Steve?
What is the toughest race you guys have ever ran?
Oh, God. High school's tough.
I'd say my toughest race would have to be the championships for the track and field for conference last year.
Mm-hmm.
Only because I knew that I was really sick going into it, and I hadn't had a good week of training that week. It was also finals, so I was like lacking sleep, lacking nutrition because I wasn't really eating.
Mm-hmm.
So that was the toughest race because when we went out, so the race starts, it was a 1500. The race starts, I'm kind of with the pack, but a gap slowly started to form, and I was trying to keep up. I was trying to change my mindset, but physically I couldn't. Breathing was really hard. And then halfway in that race, the gap was like 50 meters at least. Yeah, and then from there I was just trying to finish it. I was just telling myself, like, at least I'm here. At least I still, like, I came here to run.
Mm-hmm.
Whether I get last, whether I get first, like, it doesn't matter as long as I cross the finish line. I got last by, like, a lot. Everyone had finished, and I'm still coming around the 200 mark. And I don't know if you guys seen it, but, like, usually for track when there's, like, one person running still on the track, everyone will kind of do that, like, pity cheer.
Mm-hmm.
I got that.
Oh.
But the whole crowd, there were so many people there. So I got that. I'm, like, I was really sad, of course, because it was the championships.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm, like, kind of on the verge of tears, trying to, like, hold it together. I finished, and yeah, I was just happy I finished, but it was a really hard race.
Yeah, I mean, being sick and all, yeah, it's not easy. So, just the fact you finishing, that's pretty strong. It's pretty.
And then Ava, you've ran Woodbridge, you've ran Woodward Park, and you've ran Mount Sac.
Yeah.
Which of those three was the toughest?
Personally, I'd have to go with Woodward. That's just not my forte. I really I struggle on that course. I think Woodbridge is probably one of the easiest races. It's quick, fast, flat, and good vibes all around. But I'd have to say Woodward's probably the hardest.
Shout out Buchanan High School for having the advantage.
Definitely, yeah.
All right, guys. So we're gonna end it here with some locker room superlatives. I know it's a pretty small team, you guys said, but is there anyone on the team? First one here, any on the team is a class clown. Class clown on the team, making everybody laugh, joking around all the time. Is it one of you
I have
guys?
to go with Val.
Val?
Yeah.
Val's really funny. Yeah.
Probably Val.
Is she just like herself, just being funny?
She's just herself, yeah.
Yeah.
This is like out of pocket stuff all the time.
All right, Val, we got to get her on the next episode right now. Next one, we have most selfies. Who's taking the most selfies on the team? Yeah.
Probably
Say
me.
you, yeah.
She actually took
probably
one
me.
before we started recording
Yeah.
too. So
You really?
You did.
Oh, I thought you meant you. That was just to capture the moment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
that's the extra one on the camera roll right there. And then next one we have best dressed game days, or I guess meet days. Who comes dripping out? Who comes pretty fresh?
Tripping out. We have to wear our CSUB gear.
Yeah, I think all of
Yeah.
us. We're all pretty
They don't let
dripped
you
out.
guys wear like
No.
no way.
On the bus
even when
we
I
have to
did
wear
cross
it.
country, you have to wear your
Yeah, you
gear.
gotta wear your school stuff.
Come on now.
You gotta bring it for after the race too.
We
Yeah.
gotta switch that up. How do you guys travel? Like, is it you guys still get a bus, or how does that work?
We get a van.
Van, yeah.
But
Okay.
once comes track season, since it's a bigger team, we do get a bus.
Okay, that's cool. Dang. Okay. Well, they're all best dressed then. And then last one but not least, we have best hair. And you can say yourself. You can say yourself. Last team didn't want to say themselves.
I'm going to
Best
go
hair.
Crystal Rhea.
Yeah, I'd
She's
go
got
with
some long
Crystal.
hair.
Crystal.
Yeah.
All right, congrats, Crystal. You got the best hair. We'll see if we can hear it. But thank you guys for joining us. It's been a great episode. Thank you guys for sharing you guys' stories. And yeah, I mean, I can't run for nothing. So I think what you guys do is really cool. Good luck on your guys' season. And yeah, I appreciate you guys for being guests on this episode. This was Runner on the Air, Sports Edition, episode 2. To be on the podcast, click the link in the bio, like, comment, subscribe, and we'll see you guys on the next one.